Do you feel stuck trying to figure out where to start when it comes to your fitness journey? Many people do. They don't know where to begin or where to start and how to get into their fitness journey. So stay tuned as we dive into 8 steps to help you get into the fitness mindset with this next episode, Mind Over Muscle, Mastering the Steps to a Fitness Mindset. Well, welcome to another episode of Living Fully Fit with Coach AJ. I'm Coach AJ, and I'm so glad you're jumping in on this episode. We're going to be going over physical fitness. We haven't done that in a while. We've been focusing on other aspects of fitness lately, but I figured tonight we're going to actually tackle actual physical fitness. And it starts with one thing in mind here is it starts with your mind. How do you get and develop that mindset when it comes to physical fitness? In today's episode, we're titling it Mind Over Muscle, Mastering the Steps to a Fitness Mindset. How do we get there? How do we get to that fitness mindset that triggers the actions that we need to take to actually get physically fit? And I think for a lot of people, looking at physical fitness, the gym, diet, nutrition, all that looks quite large. We don't know where to start. It's quite ominous. It's this giant elephant in the room that we have to tackle. And to some of us, it's almost a literal elephant. We feel like that. We feel like that elephant. Where do I start? How do I lose this fat? How do I get healthy? What habits do I begin? Where do I start from here? Where do I go? I don't know. And what people tend to do, especially around like New Year's or before the summer, is they get into the fitness hype and trend, and then they don't really do follow through because they don't apply these steps. So, we're going to go over some very clear steps for you to start your fitness journey, to get you into the fitness mindset, to help you navigate different aspects of fitness, to get you to feel better. But in order to feel better, we have to figure out how do we get to do that? Where do we go from here? What's our starting point? What's our jumping point when it comes to our fitness journey? So stay tuned here. We're going to just go jump right into these steps. If you can take a note, I'm going to have the notes right here on the screen. And then I'll also post all these notes in great detail on my page on Facebook. So facebook.com/livingfullyfit. So all these steps will be here. They'll also be in the comments to help you take note and write these down and start working on this platform to make you better. In order to find yourself in a better situation physically, we have to get into the right mindset of fitness. So starting with step number one, set clear goals. That's the easy one, honestly. And I think a lot of people have intent with fitness. I want to lose this belly fat. I'd want to feel better in my clothes. I want to look good in the mirror. I want to look good with my shirt off. We have these intentions and we want to feel good, but we don't set the clear goals that get us there a lot of times. And that's why this step is very vital as we begin the journey. If you look at defining what you want to achieve with your fitness journey, that's what you have to do is actually define what you're trying to accomplish here. It's whether it's losing weight or gaining muscle or improving your endurance, it's all about enhancing overall health. But whatever you have to do, be specific and create measurable goals that you can track that gives you the direction and motivation. Because intent is great. Intent is great. But without deliberate action, without creating a goal for yourself, setting those goals, writing them down, telling others especially, you're not going to accomplish much of anything. And so I'm going to say this again. Step one is set clear goals, measurable, obtainable, realistic. Not saying I'm going to lose 100 pounds this month. No, that's not realistic. I mean, unless you go drastic and get some kind of surgery, maybe. But I'm talking about fitness. I'm talking about working out, eating right, those things that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg to get done. That aren't going to happen overnight without surgery. So we're talking about without surgery, okay? Just to be very clear here. Number two, create a plan. It kind of coincides with setting clear goals, right? You set your goals. Now, I would recommend you write these things down. Whenever you make these things happen, when you start to clear your mind and get your mind right on the journey of fitness, you want to make sure that you're writing these things down. So, we talked about first step, set your clear goals, but then next, create a definitive plan, create a plan, develop a detailed plan that includes your workout schedule, types of exercises and dietary changes, and a structure plan helps you stay organized and committed. And here's the thing, if you don't know where to start, that's okay too. That's where I would recommend hiring a coach. I have helped people create workout plans for them, nutrition plans. So if you have no clue what to do, there are resources out there. There are systems and apps. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm not here just to plug in my company and Living Fully Fit and just to hire me as a coach. I would say if you don't have the money or resources to hire a coach, then do research yourself. Ask someone you trust and know, do a little research, find a way. Again, don't just come up with a plan willy-nilly. Do some research. Dig deep. There's a lot of great resources out there. So there's really no excuse for you not to be healthy, for you not to be fit, for you not to be, to lose that fat. There's no excuse anymore. There's the internet at our fingertips on a phone nowadays. There are so many applications you can utilize to track your macros, your fitness, your steps, all those things. There's apps with great workout plans and ideas and everything. And then again, if you want that human touch, I would recommend hiring a coach. I don't recommend a personal trainer. Now, that might help a little bit in the gym, but most personal trainers aren't going to navigate you through weekends and nights and questions when you're not in the gym. So I would recommend hiring yourself an online fitness coach or a fitness coach entirely. That way they can help you answer those questions of nutrition, answer those questions of, this workout. Hey, this workout isn't working for me because I have an injury or whatever. They're able to maneuver and help you navigate through different workout plans that work for your body type, that work for your time schedule, all that. Or let's say you don't have a budget and you can't really afford to go to the gym. Great. Here's some at home workouts you can do with dumbbells or with, body weight, that kind of stuff. But you have to create a plan. So after you create that plan, and again, I recommend creating a plan that is measurable, writing it down, create it in an organized way that works for you, whether it's a calendar or a journal or an app or whatever it is, make it work for you, for your personality. I'm not saying to do it one way and that's it, because not always work for everyone. I do say you need a plan, but how you execute it, it's up to you. If you're a handwriting kind of person, great. If you're a technology person, use that too. Either way, find something that works for you. Next step here, step 3, start small. Begin with manageable workouts. Begin with manageable diet. Gradually increase intensity, gradually decrease your caloric intake. This approach prevents the burnout. It prevents the stress of it all. It helps make things easier to stick to your routine. Because if you just stop all the sugar cold turkey, which sometimes some people do, not everybody can do. If you stop everything cold turkey, you jump right into an intense workout, you're going to burn out fast. You're going to get stressed and frustrated very quickly, and it's going to be overwhelming. So I would recommend start small. Take steps and slowly increase your weight, slowly increase the intensity, slowly decrease your caloric intake, slowly decrease the sugar, the alcohol, the junk food, the processed stuff. Yeah, some things you need to quit right off the bat. Some things you should. Absolutely. Fried foods, you can do without that. I'm sure you can. There's great alternatives. There's air fryers. Great invention. All kinds of good resources out there. There's great alternatives to the unhealthy food that you're used to that tastes just as amazing, honestly. So there's a lot of resource out there. But again, start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with a lot and putting this big plan and everything on your plate and you're scrambling trying to figure out how this works. Start small, but how you're able to start small is again by doing your research, right? Step 4, find enjoyable activities. Choose exercises and activities that you enjoy, whether it's dancing, swimming, going for a walk, hiking, playing a sport, enjoying what makes you more likely to stick to it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, not all of this is going to be enjoyable sometimes. Sometimes it's going to hurt a little bit. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I first started doing the gym, getting into a routine, I didn't like going to the gym, but I knew I needed it. And guess what? After a while, I developed a love and a passion for the gym. So some things, it's gonna be a tough uphill battle, but once you get over that hump, but it's gonna actually get better and you're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be something you're passionate about because you start seeing results, especially when you start seeing results, you start seeing yourself feel better and fit better in your clothes, looking better in the mirror, having more energy, all those things, then guess what? Those things that you didn't quite enjoy by going to the gym, waking up early, whatever it is, those new habits, they're going to be much more enjoyable because you're starting to see results. So starting off, yes, instead of like I don't say that you should get right into and start running a marathon. You're not going to enjoy that right off the bat. But you know what? Maybe going for a walk, daily hike, those things that you typically enjoy in the first place. But your habits will have to change. But start off with something that you enjoy and subtly increase in intensity. Challenge yourself to do other things outside of your comfort zone too. All right. Number 5, step 5 here, build a support system. This is vital. This is key. This isn't going to work without a clear support system. Again, whether that's a coach you hired or some close friends. Now, I'll be very clear here. Friends that are on the same journey or have been on this journey. Don't choose friends that are just being lazy and don't have any priority with their fitness. They're going to drag you down 100%. Don't choose people that are your support system that aren't going to be your support system. You need to surround yourself with people who have either have gotten there with their fitness or are on the same journey trying to get healthy, trying to get well, trying to lose fat, trying to lose weight, all those things. Because if you just surround yourself with people who are your friends, but they don't have the best intent for you, they might be jealous or they're just complacent with their life. They're just okay with just being lazy and fat and all that stuff like that. Then it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to help you. It's not going to benefit you as you continue your journey. Honestly, the best way to get you on the right journey, the right path, is surrounding yourself with the right people. Not just any support system, the right support system. The support system that's going to challenge you, motivate you, keep you on your toes. The people that are going to keep you convicted. Say, hey, I thought you were on this diet. Why are you cheating this meal? Ugh. They're the ones that are going to call you out on your junk. They're gonna say, "Hey, what's up with this? Stop it. What's wrong with you? You know better." They're the ones that are gonna, kick your butt when you're skipping the gym 4 days in a row. They're gonna be the ones that challenge you when you feel like you just want to be lazy playing video games. That's the kind of support system you need. I digress. Step 6, track your progress. So I usually tell my clients this. We don't do it daily. Don't go on the scale daily. You'll just find yourself frustrated. I would say weekly. Do a weekly assessment of where you've been and where you're at. So start the day you start your fitness journey. I would weigh yourself. I would take a photo. Take a front photo, a back photo, and a side. Right, and then also look at your clothes. Track your progress. Right. If you need to do the measuring tape thing, hey, whatever works for you. Start off there, and then every week see where you're at. If you're not getting anywhere, then you need to increase the intensity, decrease the caloric your calories, all that. You need to make shifts and changes. The best thing about tracking your progress, it's going to tell you what changes you need to make along the way. Because if you don't track your progress, you're not identifying what you're doing wrong or right. So let's say you're not tracking your progress. How do you know that you're losing the weight you need to lose? How do you know if you're not eating right? Those kind of things. So the tracking helps you stay accountable to yourself, but it also gives you that encouragement you need, that little boost like, oh, this is working. You know, Honestly, whenever about a year ago, I went to Korea and I started doing the carnivore diet. And I was doing the carnivore diet for a good 6 months. My first 2 months on the carnivore diet, I was on carnivore and I was working out almost twice a day. And within about 2 weeks, I saw a change in my energy. Okay, that's a good way to track things. Cool. But then about a month later, I had lost almost 20 pounds of just body fat. I saw it in the mirror. It was great, and then as I continued down the path, I started seeing more energy, less fat in my body. My clothes fit really well. I just felt really good. And I kind of didn't track it as much as I used to. I didn't track it weekly anymore. I would just track it monthly. But in the beginning, I would honestly suggest tracking your progress weekly until you don't have to, until you start seeing you're starting to see yourself shed that weight and feel better. Then you can start tracking yourself maybe bi-weekly and then maybe monthly. But either way, tracking your progress is going to be helpful for you. It's going to keep a record of your workouts. It's going to help with the measurements on how you feel. Tracking your progress can help motivate you and help you see how far you've come. That's the biggest thing. It's going to help you see your journey. Here's where I started, here's where I'm at, and here's where I can go. That is the important thing about tracking your progress here. So, step 7 here we go. Stay positive and patient. I know this is easier said than done. There's going to be days where you feel frustrated with yourself, where you feel like you want to give up. It's going to be those days when you get on that scale and you see nothing change on the dial. And here's what I tell you. I tell my clients this, I tell a lot of people this. Don't rely on the scale. Don't. The scale's cool, great, but also remember this, as you're lifting, as you're working out, your weight's going to fluctuate. You're going to start building more muscle, and muscle has more density than fat. So you might be losing a lot of fat, but gaining a lot more muscle. So your weight hasn't changed, but look about how you feel. Look at what you're looking like in the mirror. So don't allow yourself to get frustrated and stressed. Stay positive and patient with the journey. Stick to it. I know there's gonna be days that you're gonna be frustrated where everybody else is eating fried steak and chicken fried steak and hot wings and fried chicken and greasy chips and chocolate and beers, and you're gonna just want to just indulge and you're going to be feel frustrated. It's going to be hard to not give in. I'm going to tell you right now, don't give in. The moment you start giving in just a little bit, you'll keep giving in a little bit more and a little bit more. And then guess what? That cheat day, cheat meal turns into a cheat day, then turns into a cheat week, then turns to a cheat month. And guess what? You're back to your old habits again. You're not losing any weight. You're gaining more body fat. So stay positive, stay patient with yourself, stay on the journey. Adopt a positive mindset with this. Be patient with yourself. Progress takes time. There'll be ups and downs, there'll be ebbs and flows. Celebrate those small victories and learn from those setbacks. When you do fall, jump back up and get back on. There were times that I would have a cheat meal. I'm like, oh, I feel terrible with myself. But you know what? The next day, I'm back on track and I'm not going to have a cheat week or cheat day. I'd have a cheat meal at most just to keep my sanity because, I do like those, fried things once in a while. And that's okay. Life is about balance. And I'm not saying you should be balancing your week with, I'm going to have half fried food and then half healthy food. No, 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 no. I'm about balancing your lifestyle. So again, I'm going to encourage you to stay on track. But again, the biggest one is stay positive, stay patient. And then lastly, last step here is educate yourself. Do the research. Don't just follow on to different trends. There are so many voices out there. I see it on TikTok, especially. If you try this, you are guaranteed to lose weight. If you try this workout, you'll definitely lose it. If you do this many crunches, you'll get abs. No, do the research, educate yourself, learn about your body. Ask a doctor too. Learn about fitness, learn about nutrition, ask questions, though, and wellness from reliable sources. Understanding the benefits of what you're doing can enhance your motivation and commitment. It gives you that knowledge you need. That way, you know the what to the why. You're asking questions, well, why am I doing this workout? What does this benefit me? Well, then do your research and figure out why this workout benefits you. Why should I eat this much protein versus this much fat versus this many carbs? What does that do for me? Do the research. When you understand the what to the why, then you're more inclined to do it more because you understand the reason. It's like when people say, well, we live in this generation and people always asking the question, why? Why are we doing this? That's nothing wrong with that, honestly. I think that's a good question to ask. Why am I eating this? Why am I working out like this? Why am I doing this habit? Why am I changing this part of my lifestyle? That's a good question. Here's the answer. And that's why you should do research. That's why you should be surrounding yourself with reliable resources, people who actually have the best intentions for you, that aren't just after your money, that aren't just after, some clout, that aren't just going to tell you something that just worked for them. Now, it's okay for them to share what worked for them. I'm going to tell you, as a fitness coach, I share what works for me. Now, I always caveat that. I say, hey, here's what worked for me. This might work for you, it might not, but we're going to try this out. And if it doesn't, we'll shift and we'll try a little bit different with the same kind of intent and move like that. That's how I coach. I don't believe that one size fits all. If you have any coach out there that tells you their program is the sure program to make you lose weight, to burn fat and gain muscle, and you are guaranteed or your money back, there's probably a catch. They're probably lying to you. Honestly, there's no one size fits all for fitness. We're all made differently. We're all created differently. We're all wired differently. Now, I'm going to say one thing: all these steps are for everybody. You in order to get to that fitness mindset, you have to follow these steps to the T. You have to put in the work. You have to be dedicated to the work. Because if you just halfway it, you're not going to get anywhere. If you don't really dedicate the time, the effort, the energy into your fitness goals and journey, you're not going to see results. So, hopefully, this video is helpful for you as you're looking into your fitness journey, as you're starting off your fitness journey, as you're trying to navigate and understand what to do next to get better, to be the best version of you. Honestly, I've been there. I've been where you're at. I've been very overweight. I've been frustrated with my lack of progress. I've been there. So I know what it takes. It takes sacrifice, 100%. That's what it does. It takes a lot of work, a dedication, it takes early mornings, it takes time for you to really sacrifice those kind of things. But I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I've done it. I've seen other people have done it, and it's possible. You just have to start somewhere. So hopefully this video is helpful to you, and hopefully you can find your starting point for your fitness journey. But like I said, to start on your fitness journey, you got to get into the right mindset. You got to start here and then start putting into action. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Living Fully Fit. If this video was helpful to you and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell to get notified of future content coming onto this channel. Also, if you know anybody that can benefit from a video like this or any other content, make sure to share this video as well. And if you really enjoyed this video and the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up in support of the channel. And check me out on Facebook, on TikTok, and Instagram, where I post encouraging content, different ideas, thoughts, nutrition, recipes, workout plans, all kinds of content. If you have any questions, make sure to send me a comment here. I would love to answer your question, help you start on your fitness journey. Thanks for watching.